Hey guys, I know I look like who done it and why, but I'm trying to correct that. Today I'm going to be putting in some faux locks. I just shampooed and conditioned my hair. So right now I'm going to put some of this leave-in Carol's Daughter, and I am also going to put some of this Too Chic leave-in as well. I want these kind of big, and I don't want it to take me very long to do. So hopefully I won't have any more than like 25 to 30 of these locks. That's what I'm going for. I went to get some gloves because when my hair is wet, I like to wear gloves, or if I'm doing someone else's hair, because I don't like my fingertips to get wrinkly, if you know what I mean. And also sometimes if I have a hanging fingernail or like a chipped fingernail, sometimes hair gets caught in that, and I don't like that. It slows down my process and it doesn't feel too good either. So I am going to start in the back. I'm thinking whether not to part these with a comb or just to go in and like just kind of detangle it with my like a finger part, so that the parts aren't like exact or even looking, so they can look a little more natural, like actual dreads. So I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit of both, just so that I can get some type of evency. But I'm going to do these, like I said, like 1 inch by 1 inch parts, and I'm going to do 4 at the base of my neck. So yeah, at the base here, I want these kind of big, like I said. And so I'm just going to take a look back there. So that's a little too big. I'm just going to get some more detangler. Another product that I like to use is this Chi Infra Silk Infusion, because it helps a lot with the detangling. It gives it a good slip, and it smells great. So I like to do that as well. Yeah, just gonna take that across like that. Not perfect, like a imperfect part. Gonna see if that's sort of kind of even, and it is. It's not perfect, and I don't want it to be. So I'm going to part this down the middle here. Then I'm going to have 2 over here. Put that up. Then I'm going to have 2 over there. So I am going to take this easy detangler, and I'm not going to braid these. I'm going to twist these, because it'll make it a whole lot easier for me when it's time to take it down. And I'm not even going to twist them all the way to the end. Go ahead and detangle this section. If you can tell, I'm not concerned about edges or my naps or anything like that. That's the whole point of dreadlocks, to see the knottiness and the nappiness, and that's the look I'm going for anyway. So I don't use a lot of edge control and stuff. I don't care for it, because I don't like the look of that buildup, and it makes you have to, you know, shampoo or rinse your hair when you otherwise wouldn't even have to. So I don't even go that route. But a lot of the sleeking and slicking and a lot of product on my edges or my nape or anything like that. So as you can see, this is going fairly quickly, and I am praying that the faux locks go just as quickly. This is my first time doing them this way. but it's something that I really like. I like locks. I like the way that I look in locks. I would consider doing it permanently, but I love to change my hairstyles so much. Well, I used to, but not so much right now because I really don't have the time. We have so much going on. But I do like to change my hairstyles and get different looks. So that's the only thing about going to dreadlocks or locks, I should say, permanently. However, I do absolutely love the way I look in them. They just look so natural and they suit me so well. I go ahead and move up now to this section. I'm going to go ahead and put some of that chi because as you see, it's fighting me a bit up in there. So like I said, these are about 1 inch, might be about more closer to 1.5 inches, and back here is definitely going to be closer to like 2, so 1.5 to 2. I'm just going to go around my head here with my parting. The very last time I shampooed my hair, I did not detangle it. I just shampooed it and put it right back in a puff, which you should never do because it causes you more problems and damage in the end. But I am taking my time now and detangling it, of course, and making sure I have it well covered with this product. Give it some love. Okay. So you can see those kind of imperfect parts. I'm just going to take a peek at the back and see if it's somewhat cohesive. And it is for the most part. So I'm going to do one here. I got just a little bit smaller. So we got one there. Got one here. Go ahead and clip that up. So I just did that section around, and then what I did was I just split it up the middle from that point. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take these two triangular sections at the back right here. Then I'm gonna go over here and do the same. I'm just going to make sure there's some type of uniformity there. So that's this section. And then this section. I think I'm going to take a little bit off because they do feel just slightly thicker than the other parts that I have. So I'm just going to go right here and take some off there. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Just going to go down right here, take some of that out. I think we're good to go. So, if any of you are like me, the more time I spend on a hairstyle, I find that those are the ones that don't turn out that good, and I don't like them or care for them as much. The hairstyles that I won't necessarily say rush through, but I put, I don't put all of my time or care into it being perfect. Those are the ones that I turn out liking a lot, and they look really good. So there was a video that I did of a quick weave a couple months ago. That quick weave turned out beautifully. I got so many compliments on it, but the video would not upload for me, so I didn't get to publish that one. But I should be done twisting the rest of it, twisting or detangling and twisting the rest of this in about 15 to 20 minutes or so, because I'm probably going to have at least 6 to 8 more sections to do after this one. And then I'm going to go ahead and start putting the faux locks in. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right now I have 12. I have 12 sections. So I think I'm doing really good as far as my goal was to have about 25 to 30. No more than that. And I'm doing pretty good. I have 12. So if I add 6 more, that'd be 20, or if I add 8 more, that'd be just 22. So I'm doing good, doing good. Just gotta get all these loosey-goosies out of here. Now for these 2 sections right here, like I said, I'm gonna make these either 6 or 8, and it's gonna be 6 or 8 because I don't know if I'm going to turn these into 3 or 4. These are probably going to be just 3, like 1 and then 2, 3. Because if I turn it into 4, the sections will be too small in comparison to everything else. So I'm going to split. Well, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and split it down like this to get some type of general idea of what I'm going to be dealing with, and then I'm going to do the same here. Same here. And then after that, I'm just going to split these into two. So I'm going to go in, split all of this into two. Okay. And yeah. So now I have my sections. I'm just going to go ahead and just clip that over. And I have my 3. So I got my 1 and my 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3. This sounds a lot more painful than it actually is. This brush is supposed to have like a little clip bar right here, but the bar keeps coming off of it because I've used this brush so much. I have an extra brush, but this is the one I use so much. I bought 2, and what I do is when I buy 2 of something, I'll use the first one until it can't be used anymore, and then I'll start using the second one. But this one has lasted me quite a few years, and I don't plan to break out the new one yet. But like I said, it sounds a lot worse than it is. It still functions and does what I need to do. So all is well there. I did see the inspiration for this on YouTube. I was trying to figure out, like, you know, I was looking for those nice big locks that already come pre-made for you. And I'm sure they do have them online. I think I saw them online. But my thing is, if I did the crochet method, it pulls and it would be like very thick to get up and through. So this method that I saw, I liked a lot more. Of course, it's going to take more time because you're fabricating the lock yourself. However, it's going to give me the actual look that I want. So I'm actually okay with that as long as I have the time, you know, and I have the time today. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to be really gentle right here because the temples of my head are extremely sensitive. They are extremely thin from braids and stress and tension, or, you know, just friction, you know, from maybe the wrong pillowcase and hairstyles and things of that nature. So I try to take my time around my edges. And I don't have that much hair into this because it's falling on this area that's pretty thin. So if you can even see that this particular twist is not as thick. And I can't really, and I don't want to part it any thicker than this because it's not going to be uniform to the rest of the twist. Okay. So this is the hair that I have. I have 2 packs of these, praying that that's enough. These are my twists. Like I said, I have 6 and 9, 10 and 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25. Okay. So I'm gonna take these out the pack there. These are already like kind of sectioned, as you can see the little tips there. I'm going to try one that's already pre-sectioned, and I hope that it gives me the thickness that I want. So I'm gonna go ahead and start this one right here. So I'm going to start it like about like that right there, because it's not going to be, that's probably about the length right there that I want, because it's going to stretch and wrap around itself. So, and then it's going to wrap back up. So I'm going to take about this much, go ahead and line it up with my root there, twist it around about 4 to 5 times. And then I'm going to just wrap it around, kind of loosey-goosey here. And you can see my hair there, so I'm going to stretch that and just try to make sure that that gets wrapped in there. But if it doesn't get wrapped the first time around, I'm sure that, you know, when you go back up, it will blend in there pretty good. So I'm going to like do a loop, like I saw them do a loop. And then they started going back up. So sorry if this tutorial is all over the place, because this is a first for me. So if you're watching me looking for a professional with this technique, this is not it. So I'm just going to separate this at the end because it's so nice and neat, and I want it loose so that it can kind of wrap around, up and around and around and around. Now, I like this look. What you can do, if you have a crochet needle, so like at the end here, I'm going to take this, I'm just going to get it up in and through there. Take this little loosey-goosey at the end and take it back up and through, just to give it a little bit of lock right there. And I'm going to do the same up here. I'm just going to go through, put that here and there, take it on through. But yeah, I like this. I like it so far. It's not too tight. I don't like tight. If it's too tight, it's coming out. That's my motto. It's not worth the pain. It's not worth my edges. Any discomfort. Pain is, I'm sorry, beauty is definitely time, but I'm trying to get rid of that mantra that beauty is pain. Beauty should not be pain, especially for Black women. I mean, we just go through too much and we have too many things going on already. So our life needs to be as simple, carefree, painless, chemical-free as possible, you know, because there's already too much going on. But that's the first one. I'm just going to go through and do the rest, and I think this is probably going to turn out okay. But I'm going to go ahead and do this one here. Like I said, I'm going to start with it about 3/4 the size over there compared to the other side. It's going to start, and then I'm going to wrap it tightly around the root. This would be so much easier if I had somebody else to do this for me. I'm really not a fan of going to the salon. You know, sometimes I get it in my head and I'm like, I need to find a salon just for somebody to just shampoo my hair for me, you know, just shampoo it and deep condition it or something. But I need to find someone that's good with natural hair that that could actually do that for me, because I do need that pampering. I need that with so much going on, you know. Now I did find another little method that I am using. I'm going to actually do like a little knot and go ahead and loop that through. That will make sure that that end is not going anywhere. So I just do it to the length that I want. And then after that, I'll start wrapping it back up. And I'm going to take my crochet needle, just take it through there, loop that end, take it through. And if you want to do it another time just for security, extra security, you could do it a second time. Stick it through. And this little loosey-goosey down here, that in there. There you go. So I've got the back row all done. And a couple on that side. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to get a scrunchie. And that way I can just pull the I can pull them out one by one, and I don't have to keep doing the clips. And I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So if I have it in the scrunchie, when I'm ready to do a lock, I can just simply just pull it out, go ahead and do a lock. So I am going to do this one right here. About 3/4 the length. Grip it at the root. Go ahead and wrap this around the root about 3 to 4 times. And then go ahead and proceed to wrapping it around loose. And when I get here, I just want to pull my real hair, just pull that down and make sure I'm trying to wrap that around there as much as I can, so it's not hanging out too much. Now I'm just going to kind of try to match the length of everything else. And go ahead and put a loop in there. Or knot. measure it a bit. And then go ahead and start taking it back up. I just loosened that up a bit at my roots because, like I said, that's a very delicate spot for me. So make sure my ends are in there as much as they can be. This one I am not going to knot at the end because it's not all that long. I'm just gonna take that apart there. Because the little straggly ends are what actually keeps it in place. So I'm just gonna kind of see the length, what I'm working with. And it ends right about there, to be honest with you. So I'm just gonna take a little piece and just start to go back up. And I'm gonna take this, take it in there, do it one more time. There we go. And grip. And that's 4. Now I'm gonna go loose. This hairstyle is going really quickly. I shampooed my hair at about 12:30. It is now about 1:40. So I detangled it and sectioned it, twisted, and did all of these in an hour and 15 minutes. So again, don't overthink it. If it's messy, it'll probably look its best because that's just how these hairstyles are. So I'm just going to let it, kind of measure this here, see where it's falling, loosen up these ends, and then start wrapping it back up. So start going back up. Now the videos I've seen, the ladies have not had to use the crochet needle, so I am sure I'm doing something wrong, but it's looking good to me, so it doesn't really matter. My hair is sticking out here. I'm just going to loop that through, then take it down, loop it through again. That one is not the best. That one is definitely not the best. So I'm just gonna, I'm gonna knot this one. Now I'm going to loop it up. There we go. So it's giving me the Florida freeform vibe, and I like that. So I'm just gonna finish this up and show you when I'm done. Now loose. Now I just want to match it up with the length of everything else. So it's about right there. Now I just want to stretch the ends out because as you get to the top, you'll notice that the hair looks like it's getting shorter and shorter, so you have less to work with. So I'm not knotting these. I'm just looping it back up, wrapping it around. And again, those little straggly ends are what's going to help hold it together. I'm going to take this crochet needle, take that little end, take it on through. There you go. I do sometimes just go in, take a little piece of hair and take it through as much as I can, just to kind of help lock it in there. Okay. I bought 2 packs of this hair. I'm not even probably going to use one of these packs. These packs cost they cost $9.99, and I bought 2 of them. So to be honest with you, this will do another hairstyle just like this. So I'm getting 2 hairstyles out of this with just a few hours of your time, or my time, I should say. 2 hairstyles out of $20. Actually, it was less than $20 because I used my cosmetologist discount to get the 10% off. But yeah, I mean, you can't beat that. You can't beat that for an easy, simple look that is not too tight. I'm not done yet. I'm kind of getting excited, and I'm not even done yet, but I'm liking the way it looks so far. I've had faux locks before, you know, the crochet type, and I love those. I got plenty of compliments on those. And I'm liking these already because they are pain-free so far, and you really can't beat that. And this is a very quick style and method as well. I'm on the last 2, but this is the last one. I did end up using 2 strands out of the other pack, so I'm glad I got it, but I can use it towards my next style anyway. But this is the last one. This is pretty much the look right here. And I want to thank you all for watching.